Alright guys, so it's another segment of Shortypoetry. I'm sorry about the late release here. I actually considered it, and honestly speaking, it's going to be better for me as a content creator to come out with my content on Sundays. It gives me more time to edit and, actually get what I need. Other than that, I mean, I do work a full-time job, so it makes it a little difficult sometimes to get to all the content at once. So I think it's just going to be easier on me as a whole. Now, we're going to go into one of my pieces, one that I wrote, I believe, maybe a month and a half to 2 months ago. It's called Torture. I was in a different place. I don't even want to say different, really, because I feel like there's a lot of people that go through this same situation and feel this way about life. You're going to see that there's also some background music as well. That's actually me playing in the background. I do play saxophone and guitar as well, and so I'm gonna be incorporating that more in my videos also. So yeah, without further ado then, I'm gonna go right into the poem. It's called Torture. Torture. In thought, trapped in place. This, a recurring nightmare. Faced with much disgrace in a place too far. Tormented to a mind's end, yet still in society we blend. Like a broken record, it will repeat. These regretful endeavors do speak. When bleak thoughts loom, ghosts of the past torment. This is torture, ultimately your doom, and soon the opposed will forfeit. Every right ever given and privilege earned are all things that I cannot discern, as my brothers are shot and burnt. A lot of things that go around you, you just kind of like put on yourself for some reason, just because you have access to social media and you can see everything going on. And it just feels like a big weight, Some people might not feel that way because they maybe have a way of coping with it. Others do other things. And then you should keep it on themselves. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I think it was pretty interesting, like the last part, where you said, my brothers shot, that really stood out to me. When you said they, that verse. Also, can you clarify, like, what the scratched record part was? Because I heard that, and I thought that was interesting, but I just don't know, like, I'm not really that good with poetry, but can you help me understand what that meant?
Well, I mean, everything is subjective. I like to leave things open for interpretation. But when I was writing this, it's like sometimes you get stuck in a place in life, and it just feels like it goes over and over and over and over. And you tell yourself, I'm just going to make it to the end, and then it's going to be okay, and then it starts over. And, it's like breaking yourself out of that cycle is a very important thing.
Oh.
You have to remind yourself that it's not. And that's where I was back then.
I feel that, man. I do. Yeah. I think that's a really good poem, man. I feel like it really came out with the heart, I did like the record scratch part. I thought that was really relevant, especially for me, because being a college student, every semester is kind of like, oh shit, all over again. Like, let's do this. It kind of feels kind of like stressful. I definitely feel that. And then the last verse was pretty interesting too.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone goes through the same thing, but in a lot of cases, we're very similar in our problems and issues in life and situations. At least the majority.
That's cool. Do you have any other more in there?
I do, and as the videos progress, I'm gonna drop more, one after the other. But I leave that for the next video usually. The first one that I went over, which I'm gonna leave the link in the description for that one. It's called White Noise. It was my first video. Still working on the editing and stuff, the content itself, but I think it's gonna, steadily progress as I release more content.
Oh, well, man, that's really deep. I'd put that like next to Edgar Allan Poe.
I don't know about that.
Okay, yeah, he's like the
he's in his own level of dark.
Next level, next. This is not normal darkness.
No.
He's advanced darkness. You're trying to say, right?
What is this, a SpongeBob reference?
Yeah.
You're right.
No copyright. Okay, I'm
no
sorry.
Copyright.
We do not own SpongeBob. I I feel like your thoughts were just spilling out on paper. I can see that you were working with it.
I normally
having it printed would make it clean, you know.
Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah.
My issue with my writing is that I don't really edit most of it. I kind of just leave it as it came out, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I feel like in some points it might do better if I just change certain words or, you know, like the way I phrased it maybe. But that's all in work too, just as well as the video content and auditory.
Can't wait for your next one, because I mean, I've been listening to this guy giving me poetry for the past 2 semesters, and I can't personally come up with it. I know some people are just more in tune with words and their feelings, and he brings them out really well, and I hope you guys can get to see a couple other ones he's been working on in the future. Apart from that, man, I really look forward to the next video, for sure.
Cool. Alright, thanks, man. Well said. Alright, guys, so as you saw, that was me and my friend / roommate, who coincidentally, his name also is Alex. So yeah, that was his input on my poetry there, and you know, he's a good guy, always giving me good feedback. I do appreciate that. And if you guys feel like you would like to say something about the actual piece, or what it means to you, or what you interpret from it, I would love to hear that in the comments below. As well, if you'd like to hear, you know, a different kind of content, or if you yourself would like to submit your own piece for me to publicize it here, then you're more than welcome to do so. I'll even make a mini series out of it if that's something that you guys would be interested in. So yeah, guys, that was the video, and I appreciate all the views and all of you supporting me currently. If you liked the video, then go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. You know where that's at, it's down over there. I'm gonna try and figure out how to link other videos to my current video that you're watching, but again, that's in the process there. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna be coming out with new content every Sunday. As I said, it does work better for me, so expect that every week. I am gonna try and pump out more videos during the week, but we'll see how that goes as I progress and get better with the actual editing and video taking and all the other components here when creating this content. So yeah, thanks guys, and I really do hope that you liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Alright. I think that's a wrap then.
It's a wrap.